Hi guys! I was about to start a makeup look. Like, I literally already have my primer on and my foundation is on my beauty blender. And I was like, I have been wanting to film a makeup video forever. And I just never have because I feel like I never have time to film one. But it's just me and Rafe, we're just chilling out at the house. And I thought, you know what? Why not film one now and just do my makeup and talk to you guys? This is gonna be like a little tutorial kind of, I guess. I'm just gonna do like a simple look, but I'm just gonna talk to you guys too. So I'm gonna put him down because he's very annoyed with me. So, well, he's not really annoyed with me right now, but I'm gonna put you down so I can do my makeup. Okay, baby? I love you. I love you. Play with your moose. He has a toy moose. Let me show you guys. He's already kind of ripping the leg in the back, but it's fine. Anyway, if you see any messes in the background, no, you don't, because we've been in this house for like almost half a year now, but do I still have stuff to unpack and clean up? Yes. Are we gonna ignore that? Yes. Rafe was whining because he doesn't like to be confined to one room, and I had my bedroom door shut and I just opened it so he could leave. So if you hear him like coming in and out of the room, just ignore it. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna kind of tell you guys what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna like go into full detail. Obviously, you wanna find a foundation and primer that's best for your skin type. I went in with the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and I'm going in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. Y'all, if this camera falls down one more time, we gonna fight. If I'm not mistaken, because I've done a lot of research on makeup and everything to make sure that my base is like the best that it can be, this is a silicone-based primer, but this is a water-based foundation. Okay, I think that I fixed the camera situation, hopefully. What I was saying is this is a silicone-based primer and this is a water-based foundation. And usually, well, actually not usually, all the time, you shouldn't mix stuff together. Like whatever base your primer is, you should use with that base of foundation and vice versa. Like I said, find whatever works best with your skin type. Like I have oily skin, so a silicone primer is going to do a lot better for me than a water-based primer such as the Milk Hydro Grip. I have that in my drawer, but I don't feel like digging for it. Silicone is just going to make my skin look better and last longer, whereas water-based is going to be better for somebody with dry skin. Aw. The only reason that I'm using these two together is because I bought this foundation a little while ago and I want to obviously get my use out of it before it goes expired. And I'm just making TikTok videos. I'm not going to go out anywhere, so this makeup is going to be on me for like the total of an hour. But if I was going out somewhere, I would obviously make sure that my primer and foundation were the same thing. This is already like halfway soaked into my beauty blender, but I'm just gonna put it on my face now. How has school been for you guys? It's school season. My school started like 3 weeks ago, but I got quarantined on the second day, unfortunately. So I've only been to school for like 5 days out of like, I don't know, 20. Thankfully though, I got a test and it came back negative. So I got to go back to school last Friday. Today's Wednesday. It's low-key stressful because I took 2 math classes this year just to, you know, like double up and get it over with. I took geometry and algebra 2. Well, I had to take geometry, but algebra 2 is like my fancy one that I added. And surprisingly, algebra 2 so far is easier than geometry. We haven't started doing like actual algebra 2 work. We're just kind of practicing algebra 1 from last year and like, you know, refreshing our minds because unfortunately our teacher for algebra 2 is in quarantine. So we haven't really started like the actual algebra 2 stuff, but I can already tell that it's going to be way easier than geometry. I don't get math in general, but like geometry just really, what? Now I'm going to take a different beauty blender with a little pointed tip, and I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, which is also water-based. Rafe has made his way onto my bed. Well, I had to put him up there. He didn't make his own way up there, but he's gonna lay there now. Ignore my laundry basket. I just like to put my concealer in the center of my forehead, under my eyes, and on my chin. And if I'm going for like a snatch look, I'll put it on my nose and a little bit under my cheekbone. Comment down below one subject in school that you just like don't understand. that, like, no matter how hard you try, you just simply cannot understand it. I'm not throwing shade, but if I'm gonna be honest, our teacher, he's a wonderful, wonderful man, but I just don't get it when he explains stuff. I just don't understand. No. So that makes it even more complicated. And then I'm also just like, I don't get geometry in the first place. Like, it's literally shapes and like numbers and letters and everything. And like, I don't understand that in the first place. So me not being able to understand what he's saying makes it even harder. So I'm just like, geometry is not for me. It is not for me. If you don't use any liquid products, you can just go ahead and set your face. But I do use like a cream blush from Milani. It's a really pretty color. And I have Plot Twist, a third beauty blender that I use just for the blush. And I just dip it in like a very little bit because like when I put this on, you'll see why. It is like very bright. And I just put that, see how like pigmented that is? I just put that like very close, like almost on my eye, like my under eye, up to my cheek. And then I blend out a little bit on the bridge of my nose just to give it some color. And then you really gotta work and blend this out. If you're like me and you're using a very pigmented liquid or cream blush, you can leave it a little bit less blended out than normal because you're gonna go in with your powder right after, and that's gonna kind of get rid of some of the color. Now I'm gonna take and set my face with the Morphe Bacon Set Setting Powder, and I'm in the shade Translucent. Like I've said a million times, since I'm just doing a TikTok, I'm just gonna set my face with a brush. But if I was going out somewhere or if I was gonna be wearing this makeup for a long time, I would do it with a beauty blender to really get that powder into my skin. When I do it with a brush or a beauty blender, I usually just set the high points of my face. And I try not to set my contour or my blush just so I can reduce the amount of powder on my face so I feel less cakey and like less heavy. I only started doing that like a week ago because I found a TikTok of this girl's base routine and that's what she did and her skin was like flawless. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Now I'm going to, why did I say going like that? I said, now I'm going, like I said it in like cursive. Anyway, now I'm going to bronze my face with the Morphe E4 brush. It's just like a slightly angled fluffy brush. I have learned so many makeup tips from TikTok, and y'all are probably gonna call me dumb and be like, you're a makeup artist, why didn't you know this? But bronzer and contour are different. Like, I knew that they were different, but I didn't really know the difference. Like, I thought that bronzer was just lighter and contour was darker. But when you bronze, you're kind of supposed to give yourself like a tan. Like, so imagine the sun is like up here and it's hitting me. So you're only supposed to contour where the sun would give you a tan. So obviously, I would only contour my forehead and up here. I wouldn't do my jawline, and I wouldn't do really like around my nose. I would do like a little bit up here on my nose. Contour is when you do like your jawline, your lips, your forehead, your cheeks, your nose, and you just give yourself that really like snatched face. I don't really follow that rule with bronzer, which is fine. There's no rules to makeup. Like, do whatever you want. I put this a little bit on my jawline just to give me like that shadow. And then I'm going to show you guys a nose contour trick that I got from Nikki Tutorials, which is really, really helpful. Okay, I just kind of dab my brush in there, get it pretty pigmented, and then I tap a little bit off. And then I just start going in like circular and like straight motions on my forehead, and then I dip in again. I know that this looks very bad on camera. Like, that looks horrible on camera. But I'll show y'all when I'm like finished with everything. I promise my cheeks don't look this bad. Now I just dust, like after I'm done with my cheeks, I don't dip back in the product and I just kind of tap it off so it's very light. And I just kind of go up and around my jawline. Now it's time for the nose contour hack. I got this from one of Nikki Tutorials' TikToks, I do believe. Or no, it was a YouTube video. It was one of her videos on one of her platforms. This is very helpful for me, and I've been doing makeup for like 5-6 years. And this is especially going to be helpful for those of you who don't want to get like a super small brush and be like, oh, I got to draw the lines on and then I got to blend them out and everything. I'm just going to use this brush, depending on the size of your nose and like how, you know, precise you want it to be. You can use a smaller brush. Like, you could even use an eyeshadow brush, but I just like to use, I just like to use this one. But you just dip into your product. By the way, I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in, there's not really a shade, it's just called Deep Bronzer. But anyway, you just literally, like, you just mess it up on your nose. And you're probably gonna be like, Rebecca, that's gonna make my nose super dark and super muddy and just gross. But wait, there's more. After you're done messing your nose up, you can get like, well, you can just use a regular beauty blender, but I prefer to use a baby one. You can get these at the dollar store or Walmart. And I also like to use this one sometimes for the sides of my nose. You dip in your powder, and then you just take powder and you carve it out. And then you kind of feather that powder out depending on how much bronzer is on the side of your nose. I just like to go down my sides and kind of connect it at the bottom. Sometimes I do a button nose, but I'm not really worried about that today. So you just let that set while you bake the rest of your face. And then when you wipe it off, the powder has lightened the contour powder around your nose, so you just have this perfectly snatched contoured nose. Now I just bake my forehead and my chin and just the places on my face that get really oily. I do bake my blush a very little bit. I usually don't bake my blush, actually. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I usually don't bake my blush, but today it's like extra dark for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't really do anything else with my makeup routine while I'm waiting for my bake. I just kind of, take a little break, you get on my phone, play with Rafe, whatever. And then obviously after this is done, you just leave it set for however long you feel, and then you just wipe it off. Okay, I just wiped that off, and I don't know if y'all can tell, like, where I'm kind of far away, but, like, look at how good that nose hack works. Like, I love it. Like, I'm just so impressed by that. Now, it's time for the brows. I don't do much with my eyebrows because I have a pretty good amount of hair, so I just take my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and I brush them up, then I just fill in anywhere that I see any sparse areas or anywhere that I want them to be thicker. And I usually give myself a little bit longer of a tail just because my eyebrows are kind of on the shorter side. After I'm done with that, I go in with the Brow Glue by NYX, and this is honestly a really good brow glue. I bought it because it's a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which is like, I don't know, $30, $40, and this was like $5 or $8 at Ulta. It's really good. It comes with a really baby applicator, which I really like because you can like get in your hairs. And then they are frozen in time. I love how I was like, I'm not gonna talk like about what I'm doing that much. I'm gonna just like talk to you guys about stuff. But I'm like, oh my gosh, a deer just went through my backyard. Oh, it's running back. What? Oh, I got up to show you guys, but it like ran away. I look like an egg. But it literally, I don't know if that was two deer or the same deer because it bolted this way and then it went back this way. That's so cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. I love animals. I see a deer in my backyard and I'm like, like I've never seen a deer in my backyard before. Okay, I'm not doing like eyeshadow. I'm just gonna do a pretty extravagant winged eyeliner with some green eyeshadow on my waterline and some black lipstick. I have an eyeliner tutorial on my TikTok. So if y'all want to go watch that, my TikTok is going to be linked in the description, but I'll go into detail on here so y'all don't have to like go on TikTok and look for the video and all that junk. Okay guys, I've got this set up like the best that I can. This looks so ridiculous. I have like my phone setting on my makeup brush holder, and I have like a mirror so I can see like what my eye looks like. So I'm so sorry if this is very crappy, but I'm doing the best that I can. The eyeliners that I really like to use is the NYX Professional Makeup Super Skinny Eye Marker. Sorry if it takes me a second to like get this in frame. I can't really see. And then I also like the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Matte Eyeliner. I like to start like right, oh, I'm on the other eye, I can't see it in the camera. Okay guys, I fixed it to where I can see and to where you can see. So I'm gonna start with the NYX eyeliner, and I just like to start at the top and draw a line into the corner of my eye. So like from here to there. And you can make the line however big or small you need to depending on what kind of wing you want to do. So I just go from here to there. And don't worry if it's like messy as crap, we're gonna clean it up. Then I like to go from the tip of up here and shut my eye and just drag the line to the middle of my gosh, what's that part of your eye called? Like the pupil. I just go up here. I shut line, I do that. So you see how it looks like crap, right? We're gonna clean it up. Now at this point, I really can't explain anything. You just clean it up. You can use a Q-tip with some makeup remover, but that's the basic shape of it. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I was really gonna try to like do a full in-depth eyeliner tutorial, but that setup was not it. And I have no idea where my tripod's at. So you're just gonna have to go to my TikTok if you want more details. I'm gonna clean up this eye and do this eye, like just the eyeliner off camera. Okay guys, this is what half of the eyeliner looks like. Now it's time to add the green eyeshadow underneath. I'm gonna take a small fluffy brush and I'm gonna mix together just some different shades of green and smudge it out on my lower lash line. Okay, my palette almost fell off of my table. This is what this looks like. Now I'm gonna take a different fluffy brush, just a slightly bigger one, and I'm gonna take some brown eyeshadow and blend it out in my crease and kind of up and out for a little bit of definition. And you can do this before or after you do your eyeliner and your under eye shadow. I just prefer to do it after. Now that you've gotten to this point, you can just stop and put your lashes on, do your lipstick, do whatever else you want, and quit. But I'm gonna add in a little inner corner cat eye wing. I went into detail about that on my TikTok too, but I'm not gonna explain on here, like I said, because that setup just does not work and I can't get up close and personal to show you guys. So I'm just gonna do it off camera. I low-key messed up on this eye kind of bad, but that is what the inner corner cat eye looks like. Now I'm going to take a black NYX eye pencil and put it in my waterline and blend the liquid liner right here and the pencil eyeliner together. Now I'm going to put on my eyelashes. I'm going to be going in with these. I haven't opened them yet, so I still have to trim them to my eye shape. And I'm going to be using this eyelash glue from Kiss. It's the 3D strip lash adhesive in clear. You can get it in different shades, I'm pretty sure, but I just really like this one. It's really good. I have found that it is better not to do anything to your natural eyelashes except for maybe curl them just a tad little bit before you put your fake ones on, and I'm going to show you why after I put these on. Now that my eyelashes are on, what I'm going to do is you can take any mascara you want and you're going to apply it to your top lashes, and then you're going to curl your fake eyelashes and your real ones together. I'm using the LA Colors HD Waterproof Mascara. What I find that this does is when you apply the mascara to your real eyelashes, it gets on your real eyelashes and then it kind of gets on your fake ones. Then when you curl them together, you want to curl it while it's still wet, while your mascara is still wet. So you kind of have to do this a little fast. What this is going to do is it's going to make your real eyelashes dry and stick to your fake ones because the mascara made them sticky. It made your real ones sticky. And then obviously you can put it on your bottom eyelashes. After I'm done with my mascara, I really just like to take a plain spoolie and run it through there to get all the clumps out and just separate them. I love blush, so it's time to add more blush. I'm just using an angled brush, and I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush, and it's a creamy powder blush in the shade Daydream. This is a really, really pretty blush. I'm just gonna put it in the places that I put my blush before and just really blend it out. Now I'm gonna highlight my face with the Anastasia So Hollywood Loose Highlighter. I love this highlighter. I've had it for so long, and it is just so freaking pretty. Like, I love it. And the packaging, amazing. I just take like a little fluffy brush once again, and I just dip. This stuff is very, very pigmented. So, I mean, if you want to dip in there, you can. But I just take a very little bit on my fluffy brush, and I do my cheekbones. We can do a little bit more. I want to be extra shiny today. And I take it up to my temple and down the apple of my cheek. And I also do the Cupid's bow on my lip with the fluffy brush. Then a little hack. For my eyebrow bone and the inner corner of my eye, I use a little like flat brush like that, just so it's really precise. After I do that, I use a super, super small pointed brush for the tip of my nose, and I do a little dot, and then I do a little strip, and this really carves out your nose. We are almost done. We just have to do our lips. And I'm really excited because I had the Fenty Beauty black lipstick. I'll actually show it to you guys if I can find it. Here it is. I bought this like a long time ago, like a few years ago. And great lipstick, but it's just really dried out and it just doesn't really go on my lips anymore. I'll still use it for something, but I needed a new black lipstick, so I went and picked one up from Walgreens. It doesn't have a brand on here. Oh wait, yeah, actually it does. It is called Pitch Black and it's from Maybelline. Also, just a little side note, I got these eyelashes from TJ Maxx for $3.99 and they are so good. If y'all are trying to find a cheap place to like buy Morphe and MAC and all that stuff, go to TJ Maxx because they have really good makeup for pretty cheap. Now I'm just going to take the lipstick. I already took the thing off of it and I'm just going to apply it on my lips. I really like the shape of lipstick like this, like when it's like that curved, because you can like really get into like the sides and the crevices of your mouth. Okay guys, I just put on a little bit of the lipstick and major disappointment. Now, if you had like a matte black lipstick, this would look great over it and it would make your lips moisturize. And I think that that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my Fenty Beauty on and then I'm gonna hydrate it with this. So that's fine. But I wouldn't buy this and expect it to just be like a pitch black lipstick because like I want it to be like this black. But it's really sheer, and where it's like kind of creamy, you can't really build it to make it not sheer. So I don't like it. I don't like it by itself. Also, I just want to make it clear, I love this Fenty Beauty black lipstick. It's just really old, so it's like really dried out. Like, I'm not throwing shade towards this at all. This is really good. It just needs a little boost of hydration, which hopefully this will give it that. See, now this is black. This is pigmented. This is the Fenty just by itself without the Maybelline. This is what the people want when they say they want a black lipstick. This is the Fenty with the Maybelline on top of it. It didn't really do anything. I mean, it did make my lips feel smoother, but like it made it hard to reapply it like right there. So I don't really see a point in the Maybelline lipstick with this. I hate to say that because I like Maybelline, but I don't see a point in their black lipstick. I don't. I just took my hair down and I did a little outfit change. I got my little crocodile on my shirt. I thrifted this and I love it, except for when I thrifted it, I didn't know that there was rips. I'm gonna have to sew those soon. Well, my mom's gonna have to sew them soon. So I just changed this little shirt, you know, it's black and green and it goes with the face. This is the look. Here it is up close. I am gonna change my nose ring to a hoop just because I feel like that'll look better. I'm not putting earrings in because I don't feel like it. That is all that I have for you guys today. I really hope that my tips helped you and I hope that you liked this different type of content because I'm planning on coming out with a lot more of it, so get used to it. I love you guys and I'll see you in the next one, which may be a spooky makeup look. Bye!